What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there has been something that came out that has caused a ton of controversy when it comes to the Call of Duty community, and that is the new max rank camo that you are going to unlock for getting max prestige in Modern Warfare 2. As you can see right here, they're going to be adding in some sort of milsim, style type of skin into the game if you go ahead and reach rank. I think it's 1250 or something insane like that. It's been a lot of stuff going on. Of course, tons of people giving it credit, tons of people, discussing their concerns. I wanted to go ahead and give my 2 cents on this overall deal that we have going on here and really express how I feel about, what they're doing, how they're handling it, and if it's a good idea or if it's necessarily a bad idea. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you do enjoy what you hear today, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. Anything that you could think of between Call of Duty and X-Defying commentaries, live gameplays, we got it all here. And, of course, if you guys want to catch some live streams, we will be back today over on Twitch. So, of course, if you guys want to check that out, we'll be playing some GTA with some great people, awesome vibes. The link to that channel and all my other socials are down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and discuss this brand new skin that's going to be coming into Modern Warfare 2 and really, open up the doors to why it's even receiving all this hype and if this hype is worth it in the first place. Now, of course, a lot of people are turning this up because this is the coveted Shadow Company skin that people have been waiting ages for to get their hands on when it comes to Modern Warfare 2, and seeing it introduced as a max, rank, type of grindy achievement. A lot of people enjoy that, and they like that type of stuff, including myself personally. I gotta be real. When it comes to skins, this is definitely the direction that I would prefer them to go towards. Of course, I will say it is a bit bland, though, for a max rank camo. Nero Cinema is catching a lot of crap right now, for those who don't know, because Nero Cinema expressed his opinions on the skin, saying it's just a little too bland for something that you are basically grinding to a max rank for. And even though I think it's still cool, I like it, and personally, I would use it. At the end of the day, I can still acknowledge that it's not something that I think too many people are going to want to go ahead and grind for, let alone if they're a low enough rank. I don't think they're going to want to take a lot of their time out of their day to go ahead and try to get something like this, especially when over half the people in Call of Duty nowadays are buying skins. I mean, it sucks. I never encourage it because these skins are like $20 to $30. It's insane how they market their stuff in a full-priced game. This isn't a free-to-play game, ladies and gentlemen. This is a full-fledged, out-priced game. They're selling these microtransactions at a more expensive rate than free-to-play titles. It's absurd, and people are coughing up money for all this stuff. So more than likely, people won't care because they already spent hundreds in the game, so they'll just use the skins that they purchased. But for people out there who are grinding and enjoy the grind factor of a Call of Duty title, this is a little something that, it's nice. It's good to see that they're pushing in this direction. But in no way, shape, or form should Infinity Ward be getting any sort of praise for doing something like this, especially so late in the game cycle. They ignored us all year long. They didn't take any of our feedback. Still to this current date, there are still game-breaking bugs in 6v6 that have still not been fixed. And I guarantee it, you're going to hear a video from me when Season 6 drops and the patch notes come out. I'm going to be going into those patch notes and looking at freaking everything to see if Infinity Ward actually did change anything. But I guarantee you that over half of the game-breaking bugs that are still in this game current date that haven't been fixed for months will still not be fixed with Season 6. I'm willing to put money on that. So all of this crap we've been going through, and we're going to give this company praise for going ahead and putting in a skin that people have been begging for, basically since the beginning of, the reveal of Shadow Company. Come on now. They don't deserve it. They simply don't deserve it. You can't wait until the end game to actually start putting stuff together. You have to show proof of, love for the franchise, love for the game at the beginning, and carry it out throughout the rest of its life cycle. I understand we go into holiday seasons, and the people working on these games are real individuals. Obviously, they have lives, they have families, they have friends. They're going to take time off. Rightfully so. You can't be angry about that. And if you're angry about that, come on now. That's pretty messed up. I wouldn't want that for you. I wouldn't want you to have to miss out on your Christmas with your family, or miss out on, Thanksgiving with your family, or whatever you celebrate, no matter where you live in this world. I wouldn't want that to happen to you. So you have to respect people's boundaries. But even coming back afterwards, they don't care. They don't care before, they don't care in the middle, they don't care afterwards, they care at the very end of the life cycle when it matters to get people hyped up for the next game. And you want to know something? This is why I really do believe that Infinity Ward doesn't give a crap, and that they're only trying to, get people back into the game at the very end to hype up the next game. The reason I believe this is usually when you have something that you're ranking up for, You tell them the reward ahead of time. Do you not? How do you expect people who purchased this game day one, saw absolutely no achievement for hitting max rank? It was nothing. You don't get anything. You get some calling cards maybe, and that's about it. So, that's what their reward is. How do you expect them now to see this at the very end of the life cycle? They might be like level 100 or something like that, 200, or maybe even less. They haven't cared about the game. They saw no incentive to actually grinding out the game. No rush to try to finish the rank. Nothing. It wasn't like back in the day where you knew the game was going to be over in a year. There's a certain amount of prestige that you have to hit, and in order to hit last prestige, you have to grind out a certain, none of that crap matters nowadays. COD is different with this new live service era and these seasons. The worst system I've ever witnessed in my whole life is the seasonal system in Call of Duty. It's horrible. That's all I can say. It's horrible for progression. But how do you expect those individuals to go into the game and now see a skin that they might potentially want, but they're such a low level that realistically, to be able to get that rank by the end of this game's life cycle is honestly impossible. It's quite literally impossible, especially when these people are working jobs, they're going to class, they have families, they don't have time to be putting in 5, 6, 7, 8+ hours every single day, grinding out double XP when it goes live every single second they get a chance. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. The prestige grind used to be obtainable for almost everybody out there, no matter what your time schedule was looking like. But nowadays, it's nearly impossible. And again, nobody even wants to grind up for the rank because one, back before they changed it up, your rank used to reset every season, which was even worse than what it is now. So nobody wanted to rank up because they're going to get reset anyways. And two, there's no reward for even ranking up to begin with. So that just further proves to me that Infinity Ward never intentionally wanted this skin to be in the game. It's just something they're doing last second to turn people up. They knew people wanted the skin. They knew people were craving the skin. And they knew a way to get people back into the game and get them to invest more time into the game so they're ready for the next COD cycle is to bring the skin in last second. Or otherwise, it would have been a reward that we knew about since day one. Honestly, I really do want to put the blame on this seasonal system. I have to, bro. The seasonal system is horrible. It has to go. It simply has to go. We need the traditional prestige system back, and we need to see that these rewards are going to be there since day one, so we know what we're grinding for. We know what we're going to obtain if we do put forth time into the game. And even at that point, I don't think people would put in time for a skin like this. I have to be real. Even though I personally like it, I don't think people would actually go out of their way to go ahead and unlock this, if I'm going to be real with you guys. And that, that might be controversial. I know I might get some hate for that, especially when my opinion is, I love skins that look like this. But realistically, you got to be real, When it comes to skins, I always say the same thing. Always. You can go back on all my videos. I want it to be, I want it to be grounded. But you have to still have them be flashy enough that they can still make sales. You can't make a complete Milsim skin that looks like, a basic faction that you have at the beginning of the game. Nobody's going to cough up money for that. Nobody's going to want to grind that, right? It has to have some type of flash factor, a little wow factor to make either people a little jealous, envy the skin, whatever it is that you crave out of. I don't know what your fix is when it comes to skins, but at the end of the day, it has to have some flash factor. And I don't think this skin really... for me, I like it, but I don't think for the mass majority, it's going to really get people to hop back into the game and grind. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go down in the comment section and leave your opinions down below. What do you guys think about this skin? Do you think it's a good skin? Do you think it's a bad skin? Do you think that Infinity Ward was being lazy and that they're just doing this as a last-second thing to, try to bring people back into the game? Or do you think that this was always planned since day one? And if it was always planned, honestly, that sucks because they should have let people know about it much earlier on so they could have had a fair advantage. I feel horrible for all the low levels out there because if they do want this, you might as well just kiss it goodbye because you are never, ever going to go ahead and obtain it. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed today's video. Leave a dislike if you hated it. Don't forget, subscribe, hit that bell. We post here daily at 8 in the morning Eastern time. We post things like Call of Duty X Defiant. We might dabble in a few other things as well, but mostly we hyper-focus on FPS games, commentaries, live gameplays, comparisons, basically anything that's going to be releasing with Modern Warfare 3 or X Defiant. You best believe I'm going to be going ahead and posting all news and information on this channel and keep you guys up to date. And, of course, last but not least, if you guys want some streams, some different type of format content, I do stream pretty much daily besides Sundays, and we will be on Twitch for the final week of this month. So if you guys want to check me out, don't forget the link to my Twitch channel and my Kick channel, all my socials basically, are down in the description of this video. That stream usually goes live around like 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.